Hey guys, Jay here. Today I'm going to show you how you can copy my exact welcome flow that made us $100,000 in 30 days. The number one mistake that I see brands make with their welcome flow is that they optimize their welcome flow for the wrong thing entirely. A lot of them think that if they optimize their welcome flow for aesthetics, or they simply optimize their welcome flow for attributed percentage, that their business is going to grow. But in reality, they're neglecting the single most important thing that is going to grow their business. Before I get into it, there's a clear distinction that I want to make, and that is that not all welcome flows are the same. You can have the same traffic, the same site, the same product, even the same welcome offer, and you can have two different types of welcome flows. You can have what we call a discounted focused flow, and then you have here what is called a relationship focused flow. Both of these can have the exact same welcome offer, but two very drastically different results and effects that they have on the business's long-term growth. A discounted flow is something that can be templated. It's what you see in all of the AI slot Shopify stores at the moment. It's just the same thing, copied and pasted into every single brand. There's no personalization. All it does is focus on the discount. Where a relationship focused flow is a one-of-one. It is something that cannot be replicated from brand to brand because it is specific to your brand and your customer. The discount focused flow focuses more on the sale, but the relationship focused flow focuses more on onboarding the customer into your ecosystem. This approach allows you to build a long-term healthy relationship with your customer and is the key driving factor for increased subscription uptake rates and better 90-day LTV. The job of the welcome flow is something that people get wrong all of the time. They think the only goal of this flow is to drive the first time purchase, the sale. But a welcome flow's real job isn't just the first sale. Its job is to teach someone how to feel and how to interact with you and your brand for the next 12 months. And the first 5 to 10 days, how you onboard someone into your ecosystem is the key driver for 90-day LTV. So the thing that most people get wrong is that they worry about the wrong metrics when it comes to the welcome flow. All of them are focused on attributed revenue and sales, where I believe that 90% of the sales that your welcome flow attributes were going to happen anyway. We could, as an agency, naturally inflate your attribution numbers with our tactics. And in doing so, we could still be training your customers to buy once and bounce. And you actually see this a lot in the space. It's something that, we have to fight all of the time on our calls, is that, this agency guarantees a better attribution percentage than you guys. But what we see when we come in and we audit the brands that these agencies have worked with is just a bunch of fugazi, a bunch of extra inflated sends that don't need to be there and don't actually do anything for the relationship. They just make sure that people open your emails so that their sale can get attributed to their email. It's simple as that. It's the same kind of trap that you see with Black Friday sales, where you have a whole bunch of revenue, but you have no real profit being driven within the business. All of these customers that you're getting are just here for the sale, and they're not actually valuable to you and to the business. So what you need to do is build a welcome flow and build an onboarding strategy that actually builds the relationship that you have with these clients and these customers, and not just focuses on driving attribution and making sure that the people who do buy see your emails, okay? So this is a level of detail you need to be putting into every single email in your welcome flow. We're going to break down a 5-email flow here, each purpose of the email. And within this, you're going to have to bake in your own one-to-one things that separate these emails from another brand's emails, the things that make these people buy from you specifically. So obviously the goal is to build trust and confidence, build first and the next purchase moving forward. Email 1, you want to send instantly. And the goal here, this is a very utilitarian email. Its goal is to deliver the incentive that they came onto your site for. You need to have a built-in level of trust here. If you just come in and start rambling about nothing, they don't care about that. They expect the delivery of the code. And if you break that trust, you're off to a bad start. So the key talking points is obviously you want to keep the copy minimal here, include your best-selling products below the code so they have someone to go immediately after seeing the code. And then you can add a short one-line brand intro here, just enough to orient them, and you're going to save your full story for later. So this email will generate more revenue than any other email in this flow. It's not close, so you want to give it the respect that it deserves. We actually have a document here where we've broken down the anatomy of a highly effective welcome email. This is for welcome email number 1. And you can pick this up in the description below. There's a link for you to download this. We go through every segment of the email, why it's there, how to do it correctly. And then we also break down the approach so that you can go and build an effective one yourself with first principles. So 24 hours after your initial welcome email, you're going to send a brand story and connection-based email. The key talking points here is tell the origin story of your brand, but the key thing here is what problem were you trying to solve? Not, I wanted money, so I built my brand. You want to be vulnerable here, and that's the strength in today's day and age when, again, trust is at an all-time low. The key thing for this email is to only put things that they actually care about, not things that you think they should care about here. A good key here is to do plain text only with no images, no logo header. It can come from the founder itself, and that really builds that connection between them and you. If you focus too much on the sale in this email, again, you're going to break trust. This email is about building trust, being vulnerable, proving to them that your mission is more important than getting the dollars closed in this email specifically. Email 3 is when you go into the proof vault. So if someone hasn't bought from you at this point, they are struggling with distrust for your brand, and we're going to handle that with social proof. If you can stack as much social proof into this email as possible, that is going to be your key. You want to load it with UGC photos, star ratings, written reviews. The more the better, and let other customers do the selling for you, okay? If you have authority points like certifications and stuff, put it in this email as well. But by day 2, if they haven't bought, the objection isn't the price, it's usually trust. Number 4 is going to be a direct objection handler. So they've got the trust, they know why you do it, the mission, the importance behind the brand, and they've got the discount. Here, you're going to tear down the last remaining reasons that they haven't bought from you yet. This is going to be the top 3 to 5 objections that your customers usually have. You should know this better than anyone else. One format here that you can take is the myth versus fact format, where you can state misconceptions that people have about your product or your brand and then correct it confidently. So you want to also include your guarantee, returns policy, shipping information, anything that would introduce friction, you can include it in this email here. And lastly, obviously you want to have the urgency email. Their discount is about to run out, 4 to 6 sentences maximum, and be direct about the expiry. Say exactly when the welcome flow runs out. Tonight beats soon. So using a specific time will beat a vague deadline. So you've got the exact outline of the flow. These are the ways that you can make your onboarding process go from good to great. So number 1 is going to be personalized. And you're thinking, how can I personalize a welcome flow that I'm sending to tens of thousands of people every single month? And that is done through your pop-up system. So you can segment these people based on a response that they have to a question. So within your pop-up, I think this is the best way to increase your opt-in percentages as well, is to have a question that is a prerequisite for them to get their discount. One of them, for example, for a supplement brand might be, what are you struggling with at the moment? Or what are you trying to improve at the moment? And then you would have categories here that tie into your main hero products. So for example, it could be magnesium for muscle cramps, it could be immunity for sickness, and then it could be like protein or creatine for performance and recovery, okay? Whatever their response is here, you would have your welcome flow, and then you would segment it and have the specific hero product that is for their specific problem. So you wouldn't talk about hero product 2 in this initial welcome flow, because that's not what they're here for. And by doing this, you're creating a partnership where you are the solution for your customer. Again, I shouldn't have to explain how this is going to help with conversions, but for a long-term value and for a lifetime value perspective, you're creating a relationship and an understanding and an expectation that you are there to solve their problems specifically, okay? It's a personalized solution that you're delivering for them. This is going to bake into their brain and see you in that specific light. If you do this specific tactic, that is how you make your welcome flow go from good to 8. You follow our anatomy, you follow our welcome flow sequence, and you customize it in this way, and you personalize it in this way. This is a great 10 out of 10 welcome flow, and you'll be able to generate 6 figures per month very, very easily. If you're going to take one thing away from this video, it's going to be stop judging your welcome flow's effectiveness by the attribution percentage. You want to understand that the key to a welcome flow is to welcome them into the business and to have them stay for a long time. What you should do is track what happens with repurchase rate and with lifetime value of the customer over a 90-day period, because all we did for this client is change their welcome flow. And we were able to 2x the subscription uptake rate. And we're also able to increase the 90-day lifetime value by 30%, which if you're a brand owner, you should know how important that is and how much that can change your marketing strategies and the health and wellness of your brand. So that's our approach. That's the way we were able to get those 90-day results and those 30-day results for our client. If you want the breakdown of our welcome flow over here and also the anatomy of a highly effective welcome email, just DM me the word welcome, or you can look in the description below and you will have links to these 2 things. We're giving them away completely free. And if you want this done properly for your brand, that's what we do over at Salts Media. You can book a call with us. The link is going to be in the description also.